Andy and...
Oh, Olivia.
What is it, a tarantula?
I put this in here.
Ooh.
This is the dress I was wearing the day.
And she found Hannah?
I found Hannah. I always meant to wash it, but then I just couldn't bring myself to. I'm so sorry.
I used to carry one of Tessa's socks in my purse.
Do you still have it?
No. No, eventually I decided it was time to move on.
That's probably what I should do, too.
Yeah, just eventually.
So what's up with you helping out Alex so much?
Yeah,
you like
what?
his butler now, or what?
What are you doing?
It's not
Zach?
My mom's making me help him, actually.
Oh, bummer, dudes.
So when are you up?
A couple days.
But what are you going to say?
Oh, and my mom says thanks, by the way, for the lawyer.
Yeah, sure. I figured it was better to act fast, you know?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Get ahead of things, you know?
I have to be ready. I need to know what was on those tapes.
Maybe it's better you only know what Jessica told you.
Why? Why is everyone protecting me?
He doesn't even remember any of the tapes. Like, if he learns all that stuff again, it might put him back in the same mindset.
Is everything okay?
Are you leaving me
fine.
notes? Bitch.
I messed up yesterday. I should have talked to you about Bryce. Us dating. Well, I know that you and Bryce had a thing, but it's before my time, you know?
She doesn't know the reality of anything?
Everything that happened.
You know, like
What are you talking about?
what everyone's saying, that you cheated on Justin and called it rape
Oh.
or whatever.
Or whatever.
Regretted it. Okay, Jessica, look, I'm
No,
so
just
sorry.
don't touch me.
Tyler, now's not the time for a picture.
Don't you have windows to stop, perv?
I'll stalk your window.
Off with you!
Don't do that, Tyler. Don't do that.
Those pictures you took of me in the hospital. Can I see them?
Yeah,
It's just going to be a completely bandaged head like a mummy.
it's a lot to take in.
Everybody be careful with Alex. I appreciate that.
Why did I do this to myself?
Why don't we schedule a check-in?
Nah,
I'm good. But I'll be sure to stop by, though, you know, if I'm ever raped.
Ow. This reporter's doing much better. Like, clearly not in this scene, but this season,
Good.
he's really trying.
One more big push. Let's do this. Come on.
Hopefully Bryce doesn't appear.
What's going on, man?
Oh, my legs don't work. Seriously, what the fuck do you even know about what I'm going through?
Hey,
Why are you even here?
Zach's just trying to help. Come on.
But I know what it's like to feel like shit's never gonna get better. Every time I come home to my empty fucking house, I remember that feeling.
Zach, I forgot.
And I come here every single day because I remember last summer, it was PT that helped me get through it.
I'm really sorry.
My brain isn't putting that together, so maybe it's something we don't know yet.
Jackie, you had no right. No
Did she
right.
wash it?
Sorry, I thought you said... Well, I didn't say.
What?
Okay? This was all I had left.
That's
Jesus.
it's not appropriate.
This...
Kick her out.
My
I don't care who
daughter's
she is.
blood. I thought this is what you wanted. No, don't.
Why would you?
No. I have to do it in my time and my way.
Yeah, of course she does.
Yes.
What were you thinking when you were picking it up? What were you thinking when you were washing it? What were you thinking? Oh, this will help her move on. Why don't I just burn everything of Hannah's too while I'm at it?
Courtney, some people might be wondering, if you didn't tell the truth for so long, how do we know you're telling the truth now?
Because I'm on the stand, and perjury is a huge deal.
That was brave. What you did today at court, it was brave. I don't know about that. No, it
could you help me to be brave
helped
too?
Hannah. Was it hard to tell the truth? Yes,
Yep.
but it was time.
Plus, their lawyer is a bit of a, she'll just wind you up until you tell the truth. What are you looking at, Bryce? Ooh, Spina. Meanwhile, back at the funhouse, is Sky here? Did she just...
Delicious.
Guys, what's going on?
A little pasta.
What?
Dinner.
Clay, this was your idea. Remember, we talked about it at lunch.
Yeah, we talked about it. I just decided to go ahead and invite myself over. This is just like when the woman washed the... This is just... What is with this episode and people doing shit?
Honey,
Oh.
hey.
This has been a very strong episode for...
Everyone takes the time
recording.
they take.
I'm so lucky to have you both.
The truth can free you if you let it.
So, it's graffiti?
Oh, Mom, it's called street art.
Very popular for street art.
Hey, Sky, didn't I see you in the Breakfast Club?
Thank you, Dad.
Was that you?
We don't always paint.
No? What else do you do?
You're God. What else are you doing? Yeah, what else do we do? Clay?
I mean,
Well, we haven't done it yet, if that's what you
hang
mean.
out. Should we, can we excuse?
Honey, what's gotten into you? We're
I'd like to break up with my girlfriend, because she's being a bit too, weird with me. No open door policy anymore.
Jesus, what is your...
In reality, that's red flags everywhere. He should be seeing her to the door, thanking her for coming, and never seeing her again.
That's some hard hits today.
It's too much. Too much.
You got something on your mind?
Burn anything today, Tony?
I swear, I was ready to kick her out right then and there.
And you should have.
But I think she might be a friend.
This episode.
And I don't have many of those right now.
Yeah, but is it the sort of friend you want? Maybe it'll all work out. And I'm jumping the gun on both this and Sky and
Andy used to tell me
Clay, but
when I'd listen to the tapes. Hey, what happened to that boyfriend of yours?
what's his name? Brad?
Brad.
Yeah, we broke up.
He invited himself around for dinner, and I was just like,
He was pretty.
no. Started washing my clothes. It was weird. I had to kick him out.
Are you ashamed of me?
What?
What?
No.
Sky, no.
Then what the fuck is going on here, Clay?
You're just trying too much.
I like you.
Really? Because your body is kind of saying the opposite.
Sky, you could have talked to me. You didn't have to just show up at my house. It was weird.
I'll tell you what's
Yep.
weird. You still being in love with a fucking dead girl.
Well, that's the truth.
Court, it's like wherever we go, she's there.
No,
that's
you don't know the half of it.
Tell me you're over her then.
I love you.
And you're over me. Clay, it's okay, just say it.
Nope. Clay's all about the truth.
Clay.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't. Sky.
This episode's all about him not being
What are you gonna do?
dressed enough.
I'm gonna go after her.
You sure that's a good idea?
Part of me was saying, don't go. Remember that, Hannah? Your words?
She's not me, Clay.
No one is.
Because of Hannah, he's always going to make sure the people he's with are okay, because he doesn't want that to happen again.
Sure.
Oh! Same person that's been leaving the messages for Jessica.
Miss Sky, whoa! Wait, Mrs. Miller, what?
Nothing happened that hasn't happened before.
I didn't mean to upset her.
She's not upset. She's ill. Just go home.
That sounds like somebody who's been through this so often that they're not even, she's just sort of numb and tired about it rather than anxious, and Sky's fine.
You really do have a thing for complicated girls.
Not now, Hannah. I'd like to be alone with my thoughts. That was episode 2, season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. Whew. This one was messed up a bit. There's two things that, let's deal with the two things that I saw as very similar. One much worse than the other. The first, Sky's feeling underappreciated. She's feeling Clay is not, as into her anymore, and she's trying to force the issue. She asks if Clay's parents know about her. Then they have a conversation about, we'll invite you around sometime. So she's like, okay. She doesn't say, let's do it sometime. She actually goes behind his back and arranges it herself, turns up at the doorstep or something. It's just way, way, way too crazy. It's like, that's red flag. When you're in a relationship and the communication isn't there, and you start to, like, her turning up even to surprise him, to drive him to school or whatever that morning. That's the first small little thing. You can understand that. If your relationship is going well and you're in tune with each other and you do a little surprise like that, that's perfect. That just elevates the relationship. But when it's a bit iffy and rocky, that makes it even more iffy and rocky because it's an unpredictable element. And instead of working through your issues, you're trying to force something. You're trying to force this will be cute. This will be, if I just do this extra little thing, if I make this extra bit of effort in a cute way, that will somehow, we can pretend to raise the relationship into better heights. But you need to deal with the actual issues that are going on. And yeah. So turning up on the bike, that's like testing the waters. If that isn't greeted in the right way, you don't push it by turning up at their doorstep to their parents and going, "Hey, I'm Clay's girlfriend and I'm here to have dinner. We talked about it, and is that okay with you?" Yeah. And then you don't feel him up in front of his parents, and then when he brings you away, jump him in his room. Although, having said all that, Clay did start taking off his clothes and, just hormonal teenager. But, yeah, it was all sorts of wrong, all sorts of weird, and all sorts of... I could sense it during the episode. This relationship wasn't in a good place. They should just break, at least while Hannah was still being dealt with. It just wasn't going to work between Sky and Clay. But that's like, let's put aside the fact that Sky did something horrible at the end to herself. Clay shouldn't feel guilty that he drove her to do that. As her mother was telling him, she does this all the time. You can't, because Clay can't have that in the back of his head, that he can never be mad at somebody, he can never have an argument or fall out with somebody, or they're going to do something. That's no way to live. You have to respect that the person you're dealing with isn't going to do something like that. But anyway, that's that. The second thing just boggles the mind, baffles. Hannah's mother, who's this woman that's moved in with her? I know she's been through something like this before, but I don't even know her name, and I don't like her, and I don't like any scene she's in, and what she did in this episode, washing those clothes, washing the blood out. I don't think the blood would come out, but washing that, so far beyond unacceptable, over the edge unacceptable. And I don't care if she's the last person on earth that wants to be friends with Hannah's mother. Get her out of your life, because she's not healthy for you. She's not thinking of you. She is crazy. Am I being too harsh? No. Maybe a little bit. I just hated it. I hated it. Hannah's mother needs to deal with, as she was saying herself, deal with it in her own way, in her own time. And having other people do stuff like that, that's not going to heal anything. Okay. That's something you have a long conversation about. Over time. The Sky Clay stuff, it's kind of inappropriate and kind of cringy. But the other stuff made me actually angry. Anyway, there's a mysterious person sending messages. Firstly to Jessica, and now to Alex. Same person. And we're supposed to think it's Bryce. Maybe it is. Maybe it's somebody working on his behalf. Maybe it is completely somebody else. We don't know. We'll find out, but we don't know yet. They've introduced a few new people. That cheerleader one that's dating Bryce now. Tyler's new friend, who's good at art. Clay's dad is back. Sherry's back. Mr. Porter, A++ episode for him. He was ineffective in almost every scene he was in, but he was trying his heart out. You know? I think this episode is actually a lot about how what happened with Hannah is impacting other people's lives and their decisions going forward. Mr. Porter is really, really careful now. He's really trying to do a good job, really trying to look after people. Stood up to that coach guy. It's made a positive change in his life. And Clay as well, you know, he didn't want to leave things on a bad note with Sky because he left him on a bad note with Hannah and he regrets it. So he's trying to correct the mistakes of the past. So I understand that. And Courtney, this episode had a lot. Courtney was I love seeing that flashback with her in the room with Hannah and how emotional and vulnerable she felt and what Hannah did for her afterwards. Really sweet. We didn't get to see much of that in that actual episode in season 1. So seeing a bit more of that, I really like that. And it was nice to see Zach and Alex hang out. Zach is still trying to play both worlds. He's still trying to live in both worlds. He's trying to appease Bryce. Bryce is trying to get people on side. He's trying to handle everything in his own way. Let's get Zach the same lawyer that I have. Let's find out if such and such is going to be testifying. Let's find out if this person's going to be testifying. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was behind all those messages, but it seems too obvious, you know? And Jessica's just trying to make her mind up. I think she'll be next. She's episode 3 for sure. What is she going to say? At least I think she's next. She's been debating in her head whether or not to tell the truth, or whether to protect herself, or, you know, what it means to do the right thing, and I don't think she's made her mind up yet. So she's going through a lot. And that's it. Hannah's just hanging around like a ghost, and, you know, it's sort of funny, sort of weird at the same time. I'm looking forward to getting into that episode 3, and I hope you'll join me for that next time. So until then, have a lovely week. And yeah. If you're feeling that your relationship's on the, you know, something's not quite right, talk about it. Be gentle with it. Don't force things. Don't do extra surprisey things, because if the other person isn't feeling it, they'll just feel even worse when they get the surprise thing. They'll be like, you know? Anyway, don't listen to any of my advice, my relationship advice. I'm not the world's relationship king/queen. So, yeah, do your own thing. And I'll see you next time.